Greetings, beautiful people. My name is Jan Blake, and this is your Friday Dilemma. Once upon a time, a woman and her husband followed the honey guide bird into the forest because they knew it would lead them to a good haul of honey. Back at the house, they'd left their 3 sons. The first one was called Hear It No Matter How Faint the Sound. The second one was called Find It No Matter How Far the Distance. And the third one was called Put It Together, no matter how small or scattered the pieces. Now, as the mother and father were in the forest, the father was up at the top of the tree, and the mother, she held her skirts open, and she was collecting the great big clumps of honey as he was dropping them down into the skirts. And she had a skirt full of honey. She said, "Husband, I think that's enough." And he said, I think I could get just one more piece," as he plunged his hand into the hollow of the tree where all the honey was stored. The bees, not best pleased with the behavior of the man, they sent out one of their best archers, and that bee stung the man on the nose. And it was such a shock that he lost his balance, he lost his footing, and he fell, and he landed on the ground at the foot of the tree. And as he landed, he shattered into 1,000 pieces. His wife, who was also the mother of the 3 boys, waiting back in the village, she went and she tried to collect together all the pieces of her husband, but she couldn't find every single piece. And so she spoke quietly under her breath, "My sons, your father and I are in trouble. We need your help." He who was called Hear It No Matter How Faint the Sound suddenly sat up. He said, "I've just heard our mother call to us. She's in trouble. We should go." And so the 3 brothers, they went off in the direction to which they were led by the one called Find It, no matter how far the distance. They walked and they walked and they walked, and the mother, very quietly, she kept guiding her sons towards her because she knew that the one who could hear any sound would help to find her. And find her they did. The one called Put It Together, no matter how far the pieces are scattered, no matter how small, he searched for every single piece of his father, and he put his father back together. His father sat up, shook his head, and then began to distribute the honey. Then the 3 brothers began to quarrel. Each decided that they should get a bigger portion of the honey because if it wasn't for their skill, their father would never have been put back together. And they argued backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. The parents tried to mediate, but they wouldn't listen. So they had to take all the honey back to the village. And it was in the village that they put the problem to the people. And as you're the people, I'm putting the problem to you. Which one of those brothers deserves the greater portion of honey? I don't know. You decide.